A mother drives 10 hours through a storm to surprise her daughter only to overhear a cruel truth. Days later, her silence triggers a chain reaction no one saw coming. Before we continue, have you subscribed yet? Hit that button for more amazing stories, and tell us in the comments where you're watching from. It was close to midnight when the rain began to turn violent. Lightning split the sky in half, followed by thunder that growled like a hungry beast. But Margaret tightened her grip on the steering wheel and kept going. 10 hours she'd been on the road, alone. At 73, she probably shouldn't have been driving this long, especially in this kind of storm. But this wasn't just any road trip. It was her daughter Lily's wedding anniversary, 10 years of marriage. Margaret remembered helping her pick out the dress, baking cookies for the reception, crying during the vows. Now she was coming with a surprise, homemade lasagna, Lily's favorite, wrapped tightly in the back seat, and a gift tucked into her handbag, a sapphire bracelet that had belonged to Margaret's grandmother. She hadn't told them she was coming. She wanted it to be a warm surprise, a memory to cherish. When she finally pulled up to their house, drenched in storm and exhaustion, she took a moment to gather herself. She fixed her hair in the rearview mirror, dabbed her face with a tissue, and gave herself a reassuring smile. She rang the doorbell. The door creaked open and Lily appeared, in her silk robe, eyes tired. "Mom?" She blinked. Margaret smiled. "Surprise! I brought lasagna." Behind Lily, her husband Jeremy leaned into the hallway. He wasn't smiling. "You drove here? In this weather?" Lily asked. "Of course," Margaret said, stepping in. "It's your anniversary. I thought we could have dinner together." Jeremy rolled his eyes. Lily gave a stiff smile. "We weren't really planning to celebrate tonight. Kind of wanted some peace, actually." Margaret's heart dipped. "Oh, I see. Well, maybe just for a little while." They let her in, reluctantly. Margaret placed the lasagna in the kitchen and sat on the couch, trying to ignore how Jeremy barely said a word. Lily made small talk, but there was a tension in the room, like she had ruined something. Then, from the hallway, she overheard them whispering. "She just shows up. Who does that?" Jeremy hissed. "I know," Lily replied. "I love her, but I wish she'd just stop calling, stop showing up. It's too much. We're exhausted." Margaret froze. "And you know," Jeremy added, "she's not going to live forever. All that money's going somewhere. I just hope she doesn't give it all away to some cat shelter." Margaret stood. Her hands trembled. She left the house quietly, lasagna untouched, the sapphire still in her bag. 2 days later, Jeremy's credit card was declined at a gas station. "Try it again," he told the cashier. Still declined. His phone buzzed. An email from their bank. Joint card, frozen. All accounts linked to Margaret's name. Inaccessible. "What the hell?" he muttered. That same evening, their Netflix account logged out. Their internet? Cut off. Lily tried calling her mom. Number disconnected. Jeremy called Margaret's attorney, Mark. "Jeremy, been expecting your call," Mark said cheerfully. "Just so you're aware, Margaret's restructured her financial plans. All supplementary cards canceled. She's moved her investments. Oh, and she left a note for you two. Want me to read it?" Jeremy gulped. "Yes." Mark cleared his throat. "Dear Lily and Jeremy, I heard what you said. All of it. The storm I drove through that night was nothing compared to the cold that met me in your home. I gave you everything I had, my time, my care, my love. You see me now as a burden, but I was the one who paid your mortgage during Jeremy's unemployment. I was the one who watched over your baby when your nanny canceled. I was the one who called to say, 'Good morning,' not because I was bored, but because I loved you. So let me give you what you truly want, space. Your wish is granted. No calls, no visits. And as for the inheritance, don't worry. It's found a new home, one where I'm loved in return. Love, Mom." Jeremy sat pale. Lily cried. Weeks passed. Bills piled up. With the credit card gone, they were back to budgeting every cent. Jeremy's job wasn't as stable as they pretended. Lily's boutique was flailing without Mom's occasional generous purchases. They missed the morning calls. They missed her jokes, her warmth, even the surprise lasagna. One morning, Lily drove 10 hours to Margaret's lake cottage. She knocked on the door. Margaret answered. Calm, composed, tea in hand. "Mom," Lily said, tears welling. "I'm so sorry. What we said, it was cruel. We didn't mean it. We were tired and stupid and ungrateful. Margaret didn't respond right away. I wanted to be a surprise, she said softly. I thought it would make you happy. I drove through a storm for that, and you talked about me like I was a chore. Lily's lip trembled. You're not a chore. You're my mother, and I miss you. Silence. Then Margaret stepped aside. Come in. I made tea. It didn't fix everything, but it was a start. Trust had to be rebuilt. Love needed more than apologies. It needed action. And it began that day, over a quiet cup of tea, as the storm outside slowly cleared.